two big names in cloud hosting, DigitalOcean and Vultr. Which one really delivers? On the left, DigitalOcean, simple and affordable cloud computing for developers. On the right, Vultr, a performance-first cloud platform with global reach. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Okay, before we actually start comparing these two, let's map out the categories we'll use. Here, what's on our mind map? Pricing, super important, right? Performance, global reach, features and customization, support and community, scalability, and of course, popularity. We'll go down the list so you can see exactly where each one stands. Ready to jump in? Let's start from the top. So, first up, pricing. Honestly, if you're like me, you hate surprise charges. DigitalOcean's got this reputation for super simple, flat pricing. You look at the number, that's what you pay, no weird fees. Especially cool if you're on a tight budget or you just want to plan your spend without stress. Downside, if you're a power user wanting advanced flexibility, sometimes you wish for extra options. Now Vultr, they come in with low entry prices and hourly or monthly billing, which is pretty sweet. Plus more server flavors if you're picky, but little caveat, as soon as you climb to their bare metal or those high-performance setups, the price jumps up fast. So for this category, DigitalOcean gets the subtle win. Moving over to performance here, where things get kinda spicy. DigitalOcean is good, like reliable for most workloads. You'll get consistent response times and everything runs smoothly for general stuff. But if you want raw horsepower, Vultr cranks it with their high frequency and bare metal servers. It's like if you're building something resource hungry or you need the fastest hardware, Vultr's definitely got more options. Entry level might feel a little underwhelming compared to their high tiers, but if you need speed, they deliver. So yeah, Vultr claims this round. Next, global reach. DigitalOcean has a nice spread. You get data centers in all the major places, plus they've been making moves in Asia Pacific lately, which is really cool, especially if your users are scattered. But Vultr goes even wider with over 30 data centers basically everywhere, from Asia to Australia to places you probably didn't realize needed servers. Honestly, it's kind of impressive. The only tiny hesitation? Some regions are still building up that support level, but the coverage is there. Winner here, Vultr again. Oh, and here's something cool I bet you didn't know. DigitalOcean's tutorials have been cited in over 1,000 tech blogs worldwide. They seriously set the standard for dev guides. Kind of wild, right? Let's chat features and customization. DigitalOcean offers lots of managed stuff, databases, Kubernetes, even serverless. Their VMs, solid for basics, and you do get CPU and GPU options. But if you want something wild like bare metal or some ultra-customized server config, you'll start wishing for a bit more. Vultr, on the other hand, hands you all the toys. Bare metal, high-frequency compute, GPUs, chunk loads of block and object storage. Basically, if you want to experiment, they let you go nuts. Just know a few fancy features may tip the cost up. But for out-of-the-box flexibility, Vultr's got this one too. Now on to support and community. So here's something cool. DigitalOcean's documentation and tutorials are legendary. Seriously, their guides have helped me and millions of devs on midnight bug hunts. Their community is huge, super active, and the customer support's solid. Sometimes if you post in the forums, it takes a bit for urgent responses, but overall, big thumbs up. Vultr does okay here. Docs and their guides are, well, basic, but the ticket support is pretty fast. Their community isn't as lively though, and you might find yourself wishing for more examples or walkthroughs. So for support and helping the dev masses, DigitalOcean takes it. Let's talk scalability. If you're just starting out, DigitalOcean feels great for small businesses and startups. You can grow your project from tiny to medium-sized without drama. But when things get enterprise level or you need custom scaling, you might hit some limits. Vultr, meanwhile, doesn't shy away from big jobs. They have bare metal and all that high-end stuff, so you're technically covered no matter how wild your scaling gets. The catch: bigger projects, bigger bill. Still, for scalability muscle, Vultr pulls ahead. And finally, popularity. DigitalOcean is basically the household name for developers. Seriously, nearly everyone has heard of it or tried it, and the search stats back it up. Tons of recognition, even though it's still smaller than the giants like AWS. Vultr is on the rise, especially among the speed-obsessed crowd, but overall, not as much word-of-mouth or user base yet. So for sheer popularity, DigitalOcean is the winner. So, pulling all those scores together, you can really see the strengths line up. DigitalOcean nails pricing, support, and popularity, while Vultr just explodes in performance, global reach, features, and scalability. The radar chart would definitely lean Vultr for customization and reach, but DigitalOcean dominates where beginner devs and communities gather. So let's break this down. If you're a developer or a startup who wants cloud hosting that's simple, budget-friendly, and has the best guides and support, DigitalOcean is kind of a no-brainer. On the other hand, if your app is going enterprise-heavy or you need all the global, high-performance hardware and advanced scaling options, Vultr is your power move. Hey, if this comparison made things clearer, do yourself a favor, try out both control panels hands-on. Nothing beats seeing which one actually fits your workflow. Compare them directly and you'll know for sure.